Hello, and welcome to another stream of Pokemon Legends Arceus Live. My name is Ectric here in yet another stream where we'll be once again looking at random non-shiny Eevees because shiny Eevee doesn't exist in this game. We're going to be trying to hunt for shiny Eevee. Hopefully you're excited for that. If you are and you've not yet liked the stream and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so you can catch every single one of these as they come out. Regardless, though, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Thank you so much, Doodle and Carlos, for joining the stream before it even started. Good to have you all in here. Yeah, should be good to go. I'm gonna start by not doing the EV hunt because the Fieldlands is MMO'd up, which means EVs are not gonna spawn as easily. So we'll go over here first, but should be a good time. I'm running a little bit later than I would like to because of I was cooking and it just took forever. I was making French onion soup for my wife. Hershey with no shiny Eevee tonight. I mean, yeah. I don't think you really needed to do that to have that happen, but thanks for the extra bad luck. Appreciate it. And welcome in, Ellie. Good to have you. Late? I know. I was making French onion soup for my wife, and then I got messaged by Lumion just right before I was about to stream, so I was talking with her for a second. Dipper, welcome in as well. Shall be rivaling so I can play more Penny. Oh, nice. Well, good luck. I shall be looking for a shiny Petal? Is that the name of this Pokemon? I think it's the name of this Pokemon. Whatever it is, it wasn't shiny. I don't need berries. Drawing you some more fan art? Oh boy. Got my first ever Thor MVP. Nice! GG's! I get so few MVPs. It is astounding how few MVPs I get for how much I play that game. I was genuinely cooking. Nice. The only MVPs I can get are when it's a bot match and I happen to be playing as a DPS. I've gotten. I don't think I've ever gotten a. No, that's not true. I think I've probably gotten like 1 or 2 MVPs as Invisible Woman. I've never gotten one as Rocket. I've gotten a few as Squirrel Girl, but again, only if it's like against a bot match or might as well be bots. I don't know. But so many when the game launched because nobody knew how to deal with Jeff. Ah, fair. To be fair, I still don't know how to deal with Jeff. He just gobbles me up and then spits me out off the edge of the map. Every time. Ugh. It's because you never have enough movement. Yeah. Yeah, the characters I play as are generally not the most movement-heavy characters. Mostly because I can't think that fast. Not even 5 minutes in, you're already yapping about Rivals. Sorry, Doodle. Yeah, you know what? You're right. It is not a Marvel Rivals stream, so we're gonna do some non-Marvel Rivals topics of conversation. After I respond to this message from Ellie. My last game died a total of 2 times in Penny, and both were getting sent off the map. Oops. Hi, Vic. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you? It's been a little while. It has been a little while. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing just fine. Unfortunately, this is going to be like one of 2 streams this week because, you know, sad news. I had a death in the family, and so we're going to be going to the funeral. and then you know, good news, I'm going to be traveling for a wedding right afterwards. Bad news again, it's going to be a really bad travel gauntlet because I'm going to be driving down for like a 5-hour drive to go to this funeral, and then the next we're gonna have the day of the funeral. The next morning, I'm gonna have to drive all the way back up here just to drop off the dog at like doggy daycare, and then get on a plane to fly for like 3 hours. So that traveling is gonna suck, but you know, life happens. You just gotta deal with it. Death, that's good. No good. You all right? Yeah, yeah, I'm all right. It was you know, it was on my wife's side of the family this time. So, um, I, you know, I'm doing a little bit better than she is at the very least. But you know, it was sudden and unexpected, and you know, it was my wife's godmother. So, you know, closer relation. So. It is pretty sad, and you know, she was a wonderful lady. So it's sad to be dealing with. This year has been really bad, to be honest, in terms of, you know, family deaths and stuff like that. Or I guess family and like closer relation deaths. Obviously, my grandfather passed away earlier this year, and then my wife's godmother, but then we also one of her, I think it's cousins, like second cousins or something like that. I don't know the exact relation, but he passed away from cancer, and he was like in his 20s, so that was really rough. And then one of my mother's really good friends passed away of a stroke. So, yeah, it's been 2025. Gonna have to say it. Not a great year. Sorry if it's been a good year for you, but like, it just ain't it for me. Doing good too. In my Legend Arceus, I'm shiny hunting Alpha Pichu and Alpha Petalil. Nice. Trying to give 2 friends shiny Alpha gifts. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, I hope you get it. I hope you get both of them. Goddamn, yeah, it's been a rough year. So, not a great not a great string of deaths. Not that there's any good string of deaths, but you know. Also, you know, obviously there are good things too. Like, got 3 weddings we're going to, including the one this upcoming weekend. You know, Lola's doing fine.
There's that fucking girlie.
Gonna be going to Italy later this year. Ah, Sudo Wudon, welcome to the stream. Or sorry, Kudo Wudonk. You change your name so often. Damn. I believe... Oh, that was the wrong key. I believe that the Lord God created the universe. Feel though not the same extent, but I lost all 4 of my pets over the span of 2 years back in 2020 and 21. Ooh, yeah, that's really tough. I back when I was in middle school, we at one point had 5 cats and a dog in the house, and we lost both of the older cats that had been around since before I was born, and my dog, all within the 1 year span. It was like 6 months apart for each, and that was really rough. We went from 5 cats and a dog to 3 cats and no dogs. We fairly soon after my dog passed, my mom was like, I need a dog in the house. It's not the same. So we ended up going and adopting another dog, Mia, who passed away a couple years ago, but she was around for a while, and she was a really good girl. But yeah, it was brutal. but at heart I'm always Udo Wood. That's true. Should I just call you Udo Wood? So just listen to my voice. Let a shiny appear. For Ectric soon, he will be surprised and thankful. I appreciate that. Yes, we'll see. If I get an Eevee, I'm gonna consider just like ending a stream. I'm gonna be so happy. Just be like I've completed I have completed all I set out to do. I'm done for a while. Two of them were old, but the other two were really young still. Oof. Last one was harsh. Yeah, that's it's unfortunate that it happens. The dog that passed away when I was in middle school, she was only 8, so I feel that. Hear the shiny sound, the stream just immediately ends. And then I start up a new stream going, it ran away. And I forgot to save. I'm crying. He doesn't stream again for a month. Honestly, it's gonna feel that way with all of this travel I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be gone from like Wednesday through Sunday. Well, maybe I could stream Sunday night. Although I'm gonna be getting home at like 11 o'clock. No, I probably won't stream on Sunday. So it'll be like I'll have one more stream and then it'll be until like a week from today when I can stream again, and it's gonna be rough. In terms of me feeling like I'm slacking. Gonna call it before the stream turns 45 minutes. Shiny will appear. Ooh. Now, do you have any inkling on what the shiny is, or just a shiny? Because either way, I'll take it. I would definitely prefer an Eevee. Who am I gonna trauma dump to? Yeah, okay, apparently Togetips. Any random shiny? Got it. We'll see. That's a lot more likely to happen than just specifically the Eevee. I shall guess my guess is grass type or flying type. Okay. Could definitely be a Starly. Oh, I might as well just look for it. Grass type or flying type? I mean, I'd take a Petal any day of the week. I have a whole ass vent channel. Is that like some sort of Among Us thing? I thought that that Abra was shiny because of the red. I was like, what the heck is that? Why isn't that showing the shiny sound or the shiny effect? And then I was like, oh, it's an alpha Abra. Never mind. Why didn't the TTS... Wait. Why didn't the TTS thing work? Hold on one second. It's running. That's so weird. I don't know why it didn't work. Udo Wood, welcome. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. I don't know if I like that. Congratulations, Nikki, is that how you pronounce your name? Um, I apologize if I mispronounced it, but congratulations, you now have access to custom emotes, as well as the opportunity to create a custom entrance theme whenever you join stream. Thank you so much for your support, Udawood, and congratulations, Nikki. This is an outrage. Yeah, I don't know why it's not working. It like the program seems to be.
The secret of the shiny
There it goes.
Eevee is a tale that's been passed down the wagon trail for time immemorial. Pull up a stump, ladle up some of them beans, and I'll tell it to you. You see?
There it goes. Okay. For some reason, it was just like stuck. I unstuck it. This is an outrage. Heck, it's almost a Draco Meteor. If you enjoy and love the stream, make sure you like and sub to Ectric. Oh, thank you so much, Ivic. Yeah. Obviously, you know, only if you want to. But it is greatly appreciated. You'll be able to help push this channel more. You'll be able to see it in your recommendeds more likely. And you'll make me happy. That one's probably the least important, but, you know. It's there if you care about that kind of thing. You know, feeding my ego and all that. It's important business. Maybe slightly fill the gaping maw in my soul that can only be filled by attention on the internet. Something like that. I say these things and like they're mostly jokes. Well, they're jokes. They're jokes. I don't think I'm all that attention seeking. Obviously, you have to be a certain amount of attention seeking to start a YouTube channel, but like, I don't think I'm disproportionately attention seeking. It's just funny to make those jokes. Yeah, guys, don't make Ectric happy. It's counterintuitive. Exactly. Yeah. It'll make me really mad if you like and subscribe, because then I'll feel obligated to do this more. What if we do like a reverse psychology thing? They're mostly jokes. Well, they're mostly jokes in that, like, I feel like if, like, again, if you are creating a YouTube channel in some way, shape, or form, you are looking for attention. If you weren't looking for attention whatsoever, you would feel no obligation to post something.
Where the movie ended. The Secret of Shiny Eevee was canceled as a project, the set destroyed, and the rest of the script was never written. This has been Turner Classic Movies.
Yeah, it's just like Batgirl. They shelved it for tax purposes. Alright. Nothing there. Anyway, Doodle has an entire ass channel in her server dedicated to the Among Us twerking gif. Oh, I did forget to read that message out loud. I read it, Dipper. Sorry, I just didn't say it out loud. That's my bad. But yeah, that is certainly a thing, I suppose. Could you refer to a butt crack as an ass channel? I feel like you probably could. It's me, that's true. Started Burrow's End. Ooh, that one looks good as well. I'm slowly making my way through Court of Fey and Flowers. Ectric asking the deep questions. Well, it depends on the ass. Hey, Joe, welcome to the stream. Where did that come from? Well, you said ass channel. So I started thinking. And we all know that that's a bad idea, so, you know, it happens. Whoa, 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 whoa. The deep burning questions. Yes, this is now an ass channel now. we only talk about the deepest queries buttressing our minds. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything all that clever. Can I just crawl in a hole and die? This is a joke. Hey, because the hole, I get it. Like an asshole. What was I thinking about earlier today? That I remember like having some sort of conversation. Oh, I remember. I was watching a podcast and they were talking about like what colors people associate with like elementary school's subjects. And like, you know, color coordinating, you know, your folder for math class was this color versus language arts was this color or something like that. Like, I'm curious what everyone thought, like, the color, everyone thinks like the color red represents in terms of a subject. They hate us because they ain't us. It's true. James Franco. Kim Jong-un. 2020, or no, it's not 2020, 2016? Something like that? 2014? Asmo, welcome to the stream. Do my first play of this, and I found one shiny in 80 hours. Drifloon right at the start. Nice. Well, congratulations on the shiny Drifloon. That's a good shiny. I will say I had similar experience. The shiny odds get a lot better in post-game, and especially once you get your... you get level 10 on every Pokemon in the Pokedex, because then you get the shiny charm, and that really bumps up the odds. So I would recommend going for that if you're looking to do some shiny hunting. Pokemon releases the 2 mirrored games. Do they ever have different storylines? I mean, I don't think they're ever that different, but I'm not... There's certainly some differences. You're breaking my guy, Ectric. Good job. I mean, easy enough. Doing the Pokedex now. I have 202 completed so far. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it takes a while for sure. I still haven't perfected all of the Dex entries. By the way, that does also increase the odds even more. So if you perfect a Pokedex entry for that specific Pokemon, the shiny odds are increased. But yeah, shiny charm is going to be big, and then if you do the like post-game plot where you get the multiple mass outbreaks or something like that, whatever they're called, the MMOs, those have really good shiny odds. So that would be where I would recommend going for shiny hunting. Stories are the same. It's not that hard to break. It happens, you know. Especially with the communities he's stuck in. Hey, I resemble that fact. Also, I don't think anyone answered what subject they think red is. Maybe I'm weird for thinking that subjects have colors. I don't know. I don't want to color your opinion by saying what my opinions are, but I do have them. I don't need any of these. Cool. Let's leave.
Help me. I'm trapped. And now it's more than just Doodle torturing me. Please, someone.
That reminds me of that, like, viral audio clip of the, someone, please help me. I'm not singing, I'm asking. Or whatever. It's like the Cameron Diaz song. Stuck in a cage with all the rats or something or other. Hear me out or something. Something about little girls. I don't know. I don't know the words to the song very well, but I can hear the tune in my head very clearly. And I knew it was Cameron Diaz. So that should be worth something. Did your parents let you play M-rated games when you were a kid? I didn't really have much of an interest. But they did let me play, like, GTA and stuff like that. They didn't really... My parents were pretty good about being lenient. I was fairly self-policing in the first place, so they didn't really have to do too much, you know, strict policing or anything like that. It was mostly... I was mostly content with, you know, Nintendo stuff and all that, so... might as well go for here. No, we're going for here. I want Birdmite. Weirdly, don't really associate subjects with colors, and I'm synesthetic, so more weird there. Interesting. I don't think I have synesthesia. I definitely have, like, some associations between, like, colors and topics and stuff like that, but I don't think it's, like, enough to be considered synesthetic.
With your host, Cassie. Welcome in, class. Feel the gas pass past your nostrils. Unfasten and unbutton your straps.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
a big fan of this.
You are now whole.
You are now whole. Less synesthetic than I used to be, which I've never heard of happening. I mean, I guess I could... I mean, I don't know enough about synesthesia to be able to say whether that sounds all that plausible or not, but it makes sense to me that, like, you know, as you get older and stuff like that, perhaps your senses change, and perhaps, you know, the connections between the different centers might get a little bit dulled, or like the connections might you know, no longer be as strong as they were in the past. I don't know. Brains are weird. I don't hear colors anymore. Interesting. Gotcha.
Butthole.
Did that just say butthole? And that it did. I was like, what the hell did that say? Butthole. Sure, yeah. I need to make the desktop volume louder. It's a little quiet on my end. Not for you guys, just in my headphones. I think synesthesia is really cool, though. I'm going to go now. All right, Ivik, thank you so much for joining in and for the shiny luck and shiny well wishes. Appreciate it. Hope you have a good night, and we'll have to see if your prediction comes to fruition. All right. Well, if no one's gonna have any opinions on colors and subjects and stuff like that, I'm gonna say what mine are, and I'll also say what my wife said because I asked her this earlier, because she has very strong opinions on the matter. She was the kind of kid and the kind of adult who very rigidly organized their notebooks in class. And color-coded them with different subjects and stuff like that. Do you think the dude in this sounds like Link when you get injured? Or is that just me? I actually don't know, because I haven't played as the male character, so I couldn't tell you. But possibly. Only remembers orange was social studies and yellow is English. Interesting. So I always I always associate I think it was math was blue, science was yellow. Social studies I believe was red, or maybe language arts was red. And then I think, oh yeah, language arts was red. Social studies I think was purple. And then I don't know if I ever really used green. But if I did, it might have been for like, I might have used green for science and then yellow for math. But I think that was the general gist. I think the big ones were red was language arts because
You're telling me brains are weird? Nah, I don't think so. Only exists because of the brain's ability to create separate consciences.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Brains can do some pretty incredible and outrageous things, and we're it really, like, it's philosophical, but like, you know, are you your brain? Are you the like software running on your brain? Like it's crazy to think about, like, your personality is just like, as far as we're aware, a series of neurons firing in a specific pattern due to specific stimuli. And, you know, those neurons can react weirdly to stimuli. I had 3 different books for science at high school. They were A3 size: red for chemistry, blue for physics, and green for biology. Green for biology makes a ton of sense to me. I'm thinking more like elementary school, because like I definitely like, or at least, very least for me, I stopped color coordinating my subjects by high school, mostly because I stopped really taking notes. Not that I really started, but yeah, I was never, I kind of stopped paying attention to which color meant which class or whatever. I kind of just picked one, wrote it on the front, and then memorized it for that year. Vague opinions, but I'm not the kind of person to beat you up about it. Neither am I. Math is blue. I can see that. Social studies green. I can see that as well. Basically, I didn't color coordinate ever. My backpack was. Yeah, I never. I definitely like did as in like elementary school, but like by the time I got to middle school and high school, I feel like I wasn't really paying. Like I wasn't organized enough to care. Might as well. Running joke was that there was a dead bird / rodent. Oh, jeez. My thing was I just carried all of my books in my arms in middle school. Because you weren't allowed to carry around a backpack, and I didn't like going back to my locker too often. So I'd just carry around a huge stack of books. I was the kid with, like, lower back problems because I was carrying around 13 textbooks. I didn't have to go to school. Lucky. Nah, I actually didn't. I enjoyed a decent portion of school. Obviously, you know, homework sucks. The stress of like looming deadlines and all that sucks and stuff like that. But that's just life, in general. And you know, I enjoyed learning about things. I enjoyed the extracurriculars, certainly, and the friends and such. So I really can't complain. Gotta go to bed. No worries, Asmo. Thank you so much for joining in, and have a wonderful night. Stayed up playing PLA. It's nearly 5 a.m. Dang. Yeah, definitely get some rest. Definitely get some rest. hope to see you around sometime soon, and good luck with your shiny hunting and your Pokedex filling. Good luck with your hunt, man. Thank you, thank you. Carried my Chromebook use. Oh God, I forgot that that's like a thing that kids do now. Makes me feel old. Because, like, by the time I was getting out of high school and into college, Chromebooks were just starting to become a thing in, like, elementary schools. Like, I did IT work in the summers for my homeschool district all the way until I went to college. And actually, I think I came back after the for the first summer of college and did it again. So I did IT work throughout the districts in the summer, which basically was a combination of putting in new Ethernet wires into the ceilings and running them from like the server rooms to the ports in the various rooms. And running like updates on the computers and re-imaging them to be like at the newest be at the like the newest software level, and then replacing old devices, unplugging all of the devices so that the rooms could be cleaned, and then plugging them all back in. All that kind of stuff. So I had some experience with like what technology the kids were using around that time, and I remember starting to have to like run imaging on Chromebooks by the time I was getting to college. But they were like classroom ones. It wasn't like take home yet. At least not in my school district. They were like take home. They weren't take home Chromebooks. They were just like each class had like a set number of Chromebooks, and the kids would be passed them out during class. But this was also like for the elementary school and middle school students, so they're not like, it's not as important. It wasn't as important that they have like a home computer for like homework and stuff. The homework wasn't that difficult. I spent upwards of $15 on a spiral bound notebook with art on the covers. Yeah, it's. I buy boutique ass notebooks. Yeah, I like. My problem is I really like going to Staples and getting like office supplies. I have no reason to use them, so I would go and buy a bunch of spiral notebooks and paper and Ticonderoga pencils and nice pens and stuff like that, and then they just sit in my desk for years and years at a time, and I would never use them. So I don't buy notebooks anymore because we still have plenty from my binge sessions at Staples. And if I ever need a notebook, I'll just use one of the really old ones that I have in my desk or something like that. So I do like them, but I don't buy them anymore. It's kind of similar to physical book set, honestly. Like, I used to go to Barnes & Noble and I'd buy like 5 or 6 books, and I would, build up my library in my house and stuff like that. But as of a couple of years ago, I realized the only time I can get myself to like read is if I'm listening to an audiobook. And I go through my binge and off sessions with audiobooks. So it's not like I'm not ever reading. I think I'm at like maybe 12 books this year read. And I'm planning on reading another one because I just got I just borrowed a new one from Libby. So like I do still read just as like with audiobooks, but physical books I like basically never read anymore. So I realized I'm just buying these and I'm never going to use them. If anything, I'm going to then go and try and buy the audiobook to listen to. Why would I go through the process of buying the physical copy? So I really have stopped buying physical books, which is sad because I love physical books, but I can't justify it when I know that I'm not going to be able to get myself to actually pick them up and read them. Didn't get my own Chromebook until middle school. Understandable. Doodle and I are reading The Hunger Games. We're almost done. That's probably my favorite book series of all time at this point. I listened to Dazzling. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, I listened to the newest one the new prequel, and I finished it in like a day and a half, I think. Discussion about topic answer. I know at least 2 breads that are extremely Hungarian. Langos and Kalax. Nice. What did I miss? Nothing. Did not get any shinies yet. My most recent books are manga called Dick Fight Island. Incredible. It's literally exactly what it sounds like. I would have it no other way. Read the Hunger Books, Games books before planning to read the whole trilogy. Nice. Oh, so you read like the first one, but you haven't read like the full series before. Yeah, I love those books. Highly, highly recommend. They're so good. And unfortunately, more prescient than ever. Which book series would you prefer, Hard Boys or Nancy Drew? I never read either of them, but I've at least heard of Nancy Drew, so I'll go with Nancy Drew. Maybe the prequels, but I did just previously read most of the Underland Chronicles, so I might be Suzanne Collins' out. Fair. I need to read the Underland Chronicles. I have not read them yet. And I have massive, massive respect for Suzanne Collins, so I definitely want to go read them. They're on my list. But currently, I've been working through... It's the series is like I think it's like the Song of the Goddess or something like that. It's let me pull up the list in a second once I do this loop. It's like a book series from like the 80s, I think. And it's about like a teenage girl who is expected to go to like magic school. Because like women in their society go to magic school, but she wants to become a knight, and her twin brother wants to go to magic school. So they take each other's place, and she like pretends to be a man and get through like night school and stuff like that. And it's definitely meant for like it's definitely like a bit of a younger age demographic for that series. When I got recommended it from like just some random like short. Listing like, oh, these are series these are good like sci-fi or fantasy series that you might like if you like this book or something like that. And oh, Kuru Udon, thank you so much for the $5 tip. I really, really appreciate it. Let's get some hype in the chat for Kuru Udon. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. It's a bit younger age demographic, but it's been pretty good. Let me see. Song of the Lioness. Sorry. The first one is called Alana: The First Adventure. By Tamara Pierce. They're good. When are you gonna publish your own books? Oh, Doodle. I was gonna say I mean I have thoughts for different like books and series and stuff like that. I don't think I'm ever gonna write them, but I have ideas. Completed the story for Super Mario Party Jamboree. Nice. Underland Chronicles made me cry, so definitely a good read. I'll have to check them out. It's called a frickin' understand that spiritual level. Actually, the thing I've been working on recently is, oh, we got a shiny. Oh my god! Within like, it was like almost on the dot 45 minutes in. Ivik was correct. The only thing they weren't right about was the species, or the typing. That's crazy though. Well, we got our first shiny. Let's go. Okay. Big oof. It's not an oof. It's just not all that exciting of a shiny. Considering how many of them we have. But yeah, the thing I've been working on recently is I got a preliminary interview for a new job. And as part of the process, they gave me a like take-home coding assessment, where I am going to be given like a mock-up of like a website, and I have to try and, to the best of my abilities, within an hour, recreate it in HTML. And I have some experience with HTML. It is a little bit rusty, because the last time I like really messed around with it was probably college. So I've been brushing up on my skills and stuff like that, and then with, you know, the death in the family and stuff like that, it's been tough to find extra time to do that. But I've been trying to make sure that I have as many different skills practiced and ready to go, because I'm probably overthinking it. They're probably not going to give me something really, really in depth in one for an hour-long thing, but I really would like to get as much of it done as possible. Oh my goodness, we're getting raided. Welcome in, Raiders. Thank you so much, fuck-ass Pop-Tart. Love the name. Coming in, Tyrantrum. Good to have you. Nissa, thank you so much for the raid. Do we have any mods in here, or is it just me for now? If it is just me, I can grab links, but what's the catchphrase? Oh, maple syrup, goose, Canada. Oh, Canada. Ellie, can you get the link? Thank you, everyone, for joining in. I'm here. Thank you so much, Ellie. There we go. I summoned my mod, my Canadian mod. Thank you so much for coming in, everyone. For those of you who are new here, my name is Ectric. I am a PokeTuber by trade. I do a bunch of different stuff, though, including shiny hunting in PLA. I'm doing a shiny hunt for Electric in Pokemon Shield right now. I'm also doing a bunch of other stuff. I've been doing some coding streams lately. I'm going to be starting up a new Baldur's Gate campaign pretty soon. Possibly going to be doing some collabs on like Chain Together or Repo. I just finished up Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, and I'm now doing Tears of the Kingdom, and continuing that game. So whole bunch of different stuff. If any of that sounds interesting, consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Regardless, though, thank you so much for joining in tonight. And again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. Thank you so much, like that name as well. I know this game. Yeah, it's a good game. Ben Millman, welcome in as well. I like purple. Purple's a pretty good color. And any shinies? Yes, I got one Bidoof about 4 minutes ago. It is probably my 30th shiny Bidoof in this game, but it is a shiny, so can't complain too much. And Ellie, thank you so much for dropping the link. For everyone in my chat, go check out Nissa if you have not. Do some awesome streams. I have hopped in on a couple of their art streams. It's a lot of fun. So definitely go show some love. Appreciate your extra. Everyone like, oh, well, thank you so much. Yeah, if you have not liked the stream yet, consider doing it. Obviously, you don't have to. We were talking about this before, but it would make me happy, which I don't know if you care about that.
Of Saskatoon until you've had that maple syrup goose on waffles. Hey.
No, you have to have the maple syrup goose on poutine, I think. I think that's the authentic way to do it without cultural appropriation. My name is, in fact, fuck-ass Pop-Tart. We don't talk about it. Listen, I love it. No notes. I curse you with the Bidoof spell. I mean, listen, I'll take it. should hop on my other streams. I don't. I I don't hop on you on my Ectric YouTube account except when I'm like around when I'm streaming and before or after. So unless you're streaming like right around the time I usually stream, I probably just am not catching it.
Admit it.
Especially with the full-time
You
job.
wanted to let me in.
What? I'm okay. You're missing a step? Oh, what's that step? Maple syrup goose on a poutine while riding a moose in Tim Hortons parking lot. You're right. You're right. On a Zamboni. The moose is on a Zamboni. There we go. I think it's exclamation point points, Nissa. Doing some Mimikyu fusions tonight. Did 7 with Joltik, Galvantula, Dawn, Necrozma, Girder, Scolipede, Pawniard, and Rufflet. Nice. Those must have been awesome. Also, you would think that it would be exclamation point Watts, considering I called the points Watts. Nope. I'm a dumbass and haven't changed it to Watts, even though I said I was going to do that 2 years ago. So, yep, that's how that goes. Just for clarity, I have ADHD. I don't know if you can tell that by the way I am, but...
You wanted to let me out. This is your cat speak, wait. I changed my mind. Let me in.
Okay, so, don't have a cat, but that is 1000% Lola. Do you want to go outside? Oh, yes, would I? Please, let me out. And then I let her out, and she goes, wait, but you're not out here. Let me in. And then I sit down on the couch after letting her in. She tries to get my attention as I'm like trying to do something else. And then the second I don't constantly play tug with her, she's like, okay, I want to go outside. And she presses her doorbell to go outside. She's a pain in the ass. Amy too? Oh, there you go. I don't know. It's very possible that there's probably some sort of self-selection of YouTubers and those types of mental builds. Finish your fan art. It's in the Discord. I'll check it out in a minute. What part of the U.S. are you in again? I am in the Northeast. I love staring at non-shiny Eevees for 2 hours every week. It's a great hobby. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Stare at Eevees. Don't get shiny Eevees. That's too much to ask, but staring at non-shiny Eevees, great time. You aren't in the 200 degrees part? Not currently. Although it is kind of... Actually, how hot is it right now? 67 degrees. But it was a high of 86. I think it's raining right now, so that's probably why it's so low. But yeah, it's been getting to the hundreds a few times, but I am lucky enough to live high enough up that is like an anomaly or something to note, rather than just like the normal for summer. Arizona's fire too hot. Yeah, I have no interest in going to that far down in latitude. Gonna be honest. Lovely place, I'm sure. Lovely people, all that good stuff. I would melt. I am definitely built for northern climes. Need a break from rivals? Understandable. Chevy Spider main infinitely wet 6. Yeah, I want all of them to, at the same time, step on a Lego every single day when they decide to go for Spider-Man. Sent this message with my last dono. Not sure it went through. Crusted pork tenderloins with roasted broccoli, or spicy sausage and red pepper spaghetti. Ooh. Personally, as an Italian man, I can't say no to some spaghetti, but you're not going to go wrong either way. think I would also straight up melt if any further south. And what's Spider-Man? Oh, this is Marvel
Your
Rivals.
money always comes back to me, mate. Throws boomerang at Ectric's money, causes to vanish, but then hits on the back of the head and spins away.
Lovely. But yeah, this. I'm talking about specifically Marvel Rivals, which is, if you're not familiar, it's kind of like Overwatch but with Marvel characters. It's like 6v6. You each pick like a character, and they have like one of three generic like roles of either they're like a healer, they're a tank, or they're like a damage output character. And Spider-Man is a damage output character whose whole goal is to just hide on a wall until you're not expecting it, jump at you, and then pull you in and kill you before you can run away. And he swings around, so he's impossible to hit. So I hate him with a burning passion. And he makes me more livid than most things in this world. Outside of like straight up like
finished your
injustices.
Cough fan art. It's in the Discord. Go look at it, or I will send Dipper after you.
Right, I forgot to check that. Give me a minute. After this loop, I'll go look. But yeah, it other than like legitimate like injustices in the world and like, you know,
I found this
genocide
one in a
and all
big
that.
bag marked
God
Ectric
damn.
next to a broken boomerang. What could it mean?
I have no
Oh, your
idea.
name is Ectric? See ya.
Ay. Don't mess with the Amazing Spider. Yeah, exactly. God damn it. Did you legitimately make a Discord or a YouTube account just to send that message?
I never agreed
I hate
to
you.
this. Help. I fear I'll get trapped in the walls.
That's how I'm never doing TTS on my streams. It's not usually this bad. Well, it's sometimes this bad.
Warning. Captain Chunk and First Mate Sloth approaching.
Yeah, I might need to turn. I did. Oh my god. Yeah. By the way, Raylius is one of my IRL friends, and he says that he has come in and like lurked on streams fairly often, but he never comments because he didn't have a YouTube account. He apparently made one specifically to say the phrase that Spider-Man says when he ults in that game and piss me off. Oh my goodness. Oh right, I'm checking Discord to see the fan art. Let's see. Extra community fan art. Why is it blurry? Oh, there it goes. It just was loading. That's a really good drawing. I hate that you did the TTS meme, but it is a legitimately good drawing. I will give you that. Gonna unbreak. Don't bother me for more TTS messages until I'm back. Okay, I won't. Can't figure out how I could possibly play the actual voice line and mess with you. True. Honestly, I could just hop into the Discord real quick and just play it myself.
Yeah, it's not usually this bad. Oops. I dropped my mushroom. Mushroom.
God
Mushroom.
damn it. Why?
Mushroom. Mushroom. Mushroom.
I hate you.
Mushroom. 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 Front. Facing. Baby. Chick. Mushroom. Front facing baby. Baby. Chick. Front facing baby.
Oh, I already did
Chick.
this loop. Yeah, sometimes I have to cancel TTS because people decide that spamming mushrooms in TTS is a fun thing, which is not fun. It's just points. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. It's no fun. It's got to play when it's unexpected for maximum impact, just like when he ults and you in game. True. Yeah, I could probably make that into a sound redeem. I do it sparingly. That's true. It's usually crunchy. That's the problem. I will give you that. It is almost always Crunchy's fault. How do I see exclamation point redeem options? No space. It'll pull up a link. Oh, Ellie's got it. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Wow. Also, if you don't have enough points, I could slide you a couple. I can slide you a couple bucks on the down low. Just let me know. Maybe you give people a reasonable number of points so they have to use them sparingly. In other words, fix your economy. I tried. Everyone yelled at me that gambling was no fun anymore. I already had to deal with it once of lowering people's points, so that they wouldn't be as outrageous, and I got endless shit for it. There's no political will. I have no political capital to be able to make those types of sweeping changes, unfortunately. That's been a while since I've heard that one. I use TTS to tell unsung stories of the downtrodden, like ASMR instructor. Yeah, exactly. To be fair, Udawood's TTSs usually make me laugh pretty hard, so. I think you have to do exclamation point Yoda death scream, or exclamation point redeem Yoda death scream for it to work. To your channel, you're effectively the dictator. Yeah, but I love democracy. As a famous non-dictatorial fictional character said, I love democracy. Good old Sheevy boy. Yeah, but he's a pushover. That's true. That is true. I hate to admit it, but yeah. Well, actually, I don't hate it to admit it. I'm fully willing to admit it. I am a pushover. I hate conflict. So the uncomfortableness of me saying no to someone is not worth it. I'd rather just suffer through mushroom, front facing, baby chick. Mushroom, 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 front facing baby chick, mushroom, over and over again. Oh, we got an explosion. The other thing you can do if you're having trouble with the redeem commands is you can just use that link and redeem it straight through the website. Why was that a really good impression though? I mean, listen, I can talk in a monotone voice if I want to. You know, it's like the song says, you can dance if you want to. You can leave your woes behind. You like being pushed over? Not particularly. I like upsetting people less, though. He's heard it so much it's drilled into his brain. It's fair. Boopy doo boop boo doop. Boopy doo boop boo doop.
Cats and pianos are a lot alike. Both of them can climb a tree, except for the piano.
I love those types of stupid jokes. That is right up my alley. Like whenever we do like Jackbox streams and stuff like that, I am a sucker for those types of jokes where it's just like stupid like tautologies that when you think about it for more than a second, it's like, wait, what? We thoroughly enjoy pushing him over, though. That's true. That's true. The other thing is, like, despite me being pushover, I'm also very stubborn. It's a weird combination. So, like, I'll be a pushover, but I'll also be like, I'll like fight it the entire way. Like, I'll say no each time, and then like eventually give in. But like, the entire time I'll like drag my feet about it. Even when it's like something legitimately good. Like, it took me months to set up the free Xbox that I got because my mother-in-law went to a taping of like one of those like morning shows during Christmas time where they give out like free shit to everyone in the audience. She got a Xbox. I forget which type of Xbox S. I don't know what version I have, but she got the newest Xbox at the time. And she held on to it for a few months and was like, I'm going to play this. And then she was like, I'm not going to play this. And so she gave it to me. And so I was saying that I had this, and everyone in chat was like, set it up. Then you can play new games on there. And I was like, I will eventually, but like, I don't really want to do it right this second. And I don't, it's kind of a pain in the butt, and I don't really have any games I want to play on there. And like, it literally took me like creating a redeem goal of costing 100 million points to finally set it up, and now I play Marvel Rivals on it all the time, so it's good that I set it up. So like, completely something I should be doing. There's no downside to it, and yet I was like hesitating. So pushover, but also stubborn. How long until you add Plural Kit to your server? I don't know. I'm perfectly fine dragging my feet on that one. Purposely stay away from Jackbox streams because it feels far too close to an open mic night. Fair enough. I enjoy it, but I also don't do it super often. Why do I get top fan like every single time? I don't know how it's calculated. But, hey, must really like Ectric. It's true. How embarrassing. You like me. I'm imagining like Miss Congeniality now. This is like the first place I felt like I belong. That's honestly genuinely very sweet, and I really, really appreciate that. I'm so glad that I can provide that. What would you do if it was behind you? If what was behind me? What's it? Or do you mean, like, the clown? Because if so, I'd probably be a little bit unnerved, if I had to guess.
Ectric and Dipper, sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
I'm sorry, I'm married. Can't be having that. Nothing I need. Oops, I don't need that. There we go. I want to touch 11. That's what. No, let me go back. There we go. What have you done? Probably started a new meme. Oops. That fuck-ass Pop-Tart? I like Pop-Tarts. I think my favorite flavor is actually probably the strawberry ones. And I'm usually like a blueberry fan, but like for some reason the strawberry Pop-Tarts are the best for me. They're right behind me. That's lovely.
Why did the blind man fall in the well? He couldn't see that well.
Nice. Oh my god, stop giving me MOs here. Alright. All right, here are the real questions. And I'll do a discussion about topic after this, but I do have a question. How would you rank pancakes, waffles, and French toast? In what order? And how angry will you be with me when I disagree with you?
Ectric sitting in a tree. Kristen, comma, British.
Oh my goodness. Love the Fantasy High reference. I don't think he's gonna fall in a well. That's true. Oh, no, not me. I see. 1 waffles, 2 pancakes, 3 French toast. Interesting. 1 French toast, 2 pancakes, 3 waffles. So exactly the opposite. Can I take rank 2 and 3, combine them at the top, and have all 3 as at number 1? Yeah, that's kind of how I feel. Like I can't. I think all 3 of them are goated, but like, if you had to put them in order. I knew this question was gonna bring out the guns, because like everyone has very strong opinions on this question. I feel like French toast supremacy. I would say in terms of like what I would make, it was usually pancakes, just because like I was confident in my ability to make them. And I also that's usually what I would get like at a restaurant or something like that. Because whenever I go for like a diner or something like that, I usually like to do like a ham and cheese omelet and then like a side of like a couple of buttermilk pancakes. Very, very tasty. Obviously, don't do it often because it's a lot of food, but always loved doing that. So like pancakes were like a 90% type of thing, and then waffles were usually the ones I like thought of as like a treat. Because like my dad used to do like on the weekends growing up, he would like make homemade waffles in a waffle maker on Sundays. So it was a nice weekend treat and stuff like that. So I always thought of like waffles as like a treat. And then French toast, I just have very fond memories of mostly my grandmother making French toast. So like I think I probably would have like it kind of faded from memory because I wasn't going to like I stopped getting waffles made for me later than I stopped getting French toast made for me. So I would have probably ranked it waffles, pancakes, French toast. But recently I've been eating some French toast and making my own French toast, and it's been pushing up for me. To the point where I might actually say waffles are third. I probably would go French toast, pancakes, waffles. But again, all 3 of them are so close that it's like it on a specific day that could completely invert. Oh, we're getting raided again. Welcome in, raiders. Thank you so much for joining. Hun Demon, welcome in. As well as Ambitious Aiden. Thank you so much for the raid. Let's get some more links. Fuck, I Pop Tart. Thank you so much for joining in as well. And Chev, good to see you. Thank you so much, Ellie, for dropping the link. Everyone in my chat, go check out Ambitious Aiden if you have not yet. Thank you so much for the raid. For those of you who are new here, once again, my name is Ectric. I'm a PokerTuber. Do a bunch of shiny hunting and nuzlocking stuff. Also do other streaming stuff like coding streams where I make code that allows you to control a Pokemon game using YouTube reactions. That's going to be tomorrow's stream most likely. I do some Zelda, I do some Baldur's Gate, I do some Marvel Rivals, whole bunch of different stuff. So if any of that sounds interesting, consider liking and subscribing to see more. I just rated them. Stop reading my mind.
Time to scare the NVM. I'm too tired. Dipper, you do it.
Yeah, let's not scare the new people with the TTS. Maybe it's gonna happen eventually, but like, I like to make at least the first 30 seconds a good impression. Guess I'm back again. I appreciate you coming back. Finish up Sora's story in Kingdom Hearts. Ooh, still got another story to do, so we're far from done. I have only played like the first maybe eighth of the first Kingdom Hearts. So at some point, I'm going to play those games on stream, and I'm very excited for it. I have not gotten to that yet.
You realize if you're tired, I'm probably like 3x more tired. Also, aren't I usually the one screaming in the background?
True. So true. But yeah, I would love to play some Kingdom Hearts sometime. Do it. Those games are great. Yeah, I've heard nothing but wonderful things. I honestly, the music is a big thing for me because in college for a couple semesters I was part of an 8-bit orchestra.
Boo!
Oh.
How's that for scaring the new people?
That could work.
Welcome, raters.
This'll work.
Be sure to give us a good rating on Uber Eats, Etsy, and Trustpilot.
Ooh, that was Alpha Eevee. Neat. What was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Completely lost the train of thought. Oh, right, Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, the music. I was in an 8-bit orchestra, and we played. It was the I think it was Traverse Town. I don't remember the name of the town specifically, but it's the song that goes dun da 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 dun da 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 dun da 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 da.
Hi guys.
That one.
Welcome to Ectric's stream, where nothing weird ever happens.
Yep, Neffler.
My voice is slightly elevated to mask Dipper's desperate cries for help.
Okay. Traverse Town is okay. Cool. Yeah. We played that part as like part of a medley, and I just have like a lot of nostalgia for that song. I think we played a couple other Kingdom Hearts pieces in that medley. So like it was like really cool to be able to hear that music and stuff like that, and playing it was like awesome. So, the music is a big part. There's some really good music in those games. The Tyrantrum on Shiny Hunting. Yeah, this will scare them away. You got it. You figured it out. On the bright side, though, they did get to hear Heihachi grunting. So... God. Here we go. I'm Shiny Hunting the Tyrantrum at level 69. Nice. We need extra Kingdom Hearts streams? I mean, listen, I believe I have them all downloaded on Steam, or purchased on Steam at least. I just need to find some time to actually go and do them. Especially, and it's going to be especially hard when I'm planning on starting a new Baldur's Gate campaign soon. But you know, we'll get there eventually. Sorry, gonna have to wait a couple more minutes in chat before you get the extra 100 to get to 1K. Play them tomorrow, all of them in one go. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. I was saying this before, but I've been doing a lot of practice for on HTML because I need to do a coding assessment on it for a job interview, and so I've been going through and basically taking I've been looking at like website examples and just trying to recreate them in HTML using like, you know, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, and trying to like, you know, make it look exactly the same. And just using those, I'm going to use those as like templates of like, okay, this is how you make a button that changes color when you hover over it. This is how you make it so that you have like a taskbar on the left side that has like a bunch of different list options, and like just having a library of like, this is how you do this specific thing, and hoping that I get some good examples. So I've been really focused on that, and so the coding, honestly, I was a little bit nervous about doing the coding stream tomorrow, just because I don't know if I want to take myself out of that mindset, because I need to do that assessment soon, and it's like a 1-hour thing, but I think it'll be fine. I'm hoping to have all of the prep done by tomorrow night, so that I can just do the assessment Wednesday. That's the goal. Don't want to oversell it, but it changes you forever. I mean, I have heard wonderful things about the games, so cannot. There's no resistance on my end from like a wanting to play it standpoint. I have all of these. Oh no, no. Or Pedalo. I missed both these. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Tipper and I are gonna head off. All right, Doodle and Dipper, have a good night. Thank you so much for joining. Luigi, welcome in. I don't have to see this till now. Hello. Hello. Good to have you in. And you'll be proud to know, Luigi, we haven't talked about Marvel Rivals since the first 5 minutes of the stream. Other than a minute or so when one of my IRL friends came in to say the Spider-Man alt text. Get over here.
Mushroom.
Why is he Italian?
Mushroom. Frontward facing baby chick. Frontward facing baby chick. Oh yo 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 yo.
Why was he Italian? Why was he Italian? Help! I don't know why he was Italian. A mushroom, a front-forward-facing baby chica. Ay, oy, 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 oy. What happened to TDS? I don't know. I made him Italian. I don't know how you did it, but that was impressive. We need Mario TTS voice right now. I feel like that could actually get me copyright struck. If I did my impression of Mario, then maybe. Bam. Could at least finish one of them, and unless he plays it like he did, in which case that's not happening. Yeah, I probably will not play fast on my first playthrough. I'm gonna be completely honest. No change gear playthrough, no continue and speedrun. All of this, dang, jeez. Let's hear it. Wahoo! Ow! Something like that. It knew I was playing Mario Galaxy, I guess. For your first, I highly don't recommend Proud Mode. Yeah, I did not plan on it. That made my night. Well, I used to, this is not exactly the same, but like I used to, in high school, I had a buddy where we decided that we were going to use the Mickey Mouse laugh as a bird call. So we just go across the room at each other, or across like across fields and stuff like that. Like we literally would just go to each other. So I got experience with throwing my voice up in that register. 80% Mario, 20% cartoon puppy. I'm getting. I'll take it. Hey, 80% is a B minus. Did I do the loop? I don't think I did the loop yet. Been working on my Mickey. Nice. Start Ectric on Kingdom Hearts 2 critical mode. Again, do you want me to not enjoy playing these games that you love so much? Like, It sounds like you're just setting me up to fail. I feel like the first time I should play, just normal playthrough, enjoying the incoherent story, and, you know, being like, hey, Goofy is right next to anime character. That's fun. It would be funny, though. For who? I mean, the obvious answer is you, but, like, I don't think I'd find it funny. What are the best comedy movies that are sequels? That is an interesting question. I don't know. Shrek 2. Shrek 2. Probably the best answer there. Fun for us, torture for you if you don't know what you're doing. Which I don't. But you can become the king of dumb farts? That's true. So did you get you to play The Last of Us? Again, I don't like zombie media. I feel like that's just like a hard stop up for me. Like that one's one where I'm specifically like, I don't think I would enjoy it. Like I can acknowledge that the story is probably very wonderful. I think that the zombie aspect would really get me. Would you ever play Lies of P? I've heard of it. I don't know anything about it though, so I don't know. Naked Gun trilogy has equally good sequels. I don't think I've ever watched any of them all the way through. I've certainly seen like parts of them on TV and stuff like that. I don't think I've ever sat down and watched them though. James Lowe, welcome to the stream. Thanks so much for joining. Basically a Dark Souls take on the story of Pinocchio. Ooh. I've never played Dark Souls, so I probably would struggle immensely. But that does sound interesting. Comedy Central played those movies constantly. Oh yeah, for sure. So I'm sure I've seen like bits and pieces of them throughout, but like I don't think I've sat down and actually watched them. But yeah, Dark Souls Pinocchio does sound intriguing, so I wouldn't be opposed. At least not off the bat. Do you know the thing that you put in the name that doesn't exist used to exist? Yes, I think so. Yes, sorry. It took me a really long time to understand what you were talking about, but you're talking about the stream name. Yes, it used to exist, but for me it has not existed for 2.5 years. So it might as well not exist. It's not the average, oh, the world is falling apart, everyone's on their own, everyone wants to kill each other story. Still a semblance of order in the world. Again, it's possible that I would enjoy it despite the fact that it's zombies, but I have so many games on my list that I want to play, the fact that it's like in a genre that I really don't like kind of throws it down lower on the list. I'm not saying I'll never play it, but like I definitely am not going to prioritize it just because of the bias against zombie media. Apologies. What is it about zombies you don't like? I think I've talked about this before, but like I think my biggest gripe with zombies is the extreme prevalence of the idea, and you said that Last of Us doesn't fall into this trope specifically, but like in general, the idea of zombie movies is there's this thing that happens where you cannot trust people that you thought you could trust, and everyone falls into every person for themselves. No one is good. Everyone is self-centered, self and selfish to the exclusion of others. And I don't think that that's how humans react to tragedy in general. Certainly there are some people who will take advantage of situations and who will just say, I'm going to get mine, and I don't care who I need to screw over because I'm just trying to survive. But in general, in the worst situations, people tend to group together to try and survive because that's a better way to go about it, and cooperate more rather than less. And I don't like the idea of the hyper individualism that zombie media seems to portray, and the immorality of it, and the immorality of the people that live through that apocalypse. I have the game, spectacular music with so much suffering. I quit the game in chapters 8 to 11. Oh, or 8 out of 11, sorry. Sorry isn't too bad, though. It's just the combat is so brutal, even on easy mode. Gotcha. Good news, no zombies in Kingdom Hearts. Let's go. Positive you have, because I know we had this discussion during BG3. Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure. It's very possible that there was no one in my chat to hear that rant, though. Most of the population goes brain dead. Yeah, that's the other thing is, I, just from an emotional standpoint, it is very tough for me to see someone have to be forced to turn on someone they loved. And seeing like, oh, my wife got bitten, so now I have to kill her. It's you know, if the emotions they're going for, they are eliciting them effectively. I don't enjoy experiencing those emotions. It doesn't feel cathartic to me. It's just sad. Shaun of the Dead does a perfect job of making fun of all the zombie cliches. Yeah, I've not seen that one, but I have heard that one is like, you know, if it's like a comedy zombie thing, then perhaps I can deal with it, just because like it's inherently more lighthearted. So I feel like Shaun of the Dead might be an exemption to the rule. Oh, shiny Ponyta. Oop. Let's go. Campaign was more for the players. Yeah, exactly. Shiny number 2. All right. Shiny number 2. Nice find. Thank you. Thank you. Last of Us does have situations like that, but it's not quite that simple. Gotcha. U.S. is split into what are called quarantine zones run by the government. Most people live in those, but some got overrun by the people and them because of very poor management. Gotcha. Yeah. So it's, you know, I'm not saying that it's 100% of zombie media is like this, and you know, I'm sure that you can find examples that do not follow those tropes. I just find that they are extremely prevalent in zombie movies and zombie media, and I don't really enjoy experiencing those tropes in any way, shape, or form, so I just kind of avoid them. In the same way that if I were to really hate and despise experiencing an oblivious character having a oblivious male character having a female character pine over them, but try to hide it by being overly violent towards the male character, and the male character is okay with it because they're strong enough that it doesn't really matter. I wouldn't watch shonen. Even though you can come up with examples of shonen that doesn't follow that trope, it is prevalent enough that if that were something that were a deal breaker for me, I just wouldn't watch shonen. So it's just a preservation of my time by avoiding a genre where it does something a lot that I know I don't like. Why keep trying to force feed myself something when I can find something else that I know I like better, on average. That's why I hate horror. I don't like being grossed out or scared. See, Gordon doesn't necessarily bother me. Like, I love Invincible, and that one is extremely gory. But yeah, I don't really enjoy being like jump scared or anything like that. I don't really seek out horror or anything like that. So, zombie aspects of it also don't really. Yeah, it's just not my type of medium for the most part. Too much of these topics in the real world. I don't want it in my fantasy world. I mean, I'm not opposed to having real world topics in my fantasy worlds. Like, I mean, I'm freaking a huge fan of Hunger Games series, the new Superman movie I love. Like, there are some very real world parallels and commentary that is made in those media that you know, could be considered too real, but I thoroughly enjoy them. It's just, you know, those specific tropes kind of get to me. Is that another dupe? Oh yeah, for sure. And for me, getting my film degree and meeting hardcore horror fans also left a bad taste in my mouth. Fair enough. Yeah, I didn't... I know people that love horror, and if that's your jam, then awesome. More power to you. I just, it's just not mine. I get the hate for zombie media, but I don't consider Last of Us zombie media. It's more of a journey across the post-apocalyptic U.S. where zombies just happen to be present. Fair enough. I think that probably part of my distaste for zombies, zombie media, is not necessarily the zombies themselves. It's the tropes of post-apocalyptic worlds, and the assumptions that are made about how humans would react to them, that I just vehemently disagree with. So, you know, it's very possible that it doesn't fall into those tropes. I just don't really feel any need to gamble on it. At least it's not another Starly. True. Although I did get a Bidoof earlier. That was the first shiny of the stream. Square person who really dislikes horror media. It's like impossible to date. That's very funny. Are queer people specifically drawn to horror? Stereotypically? Is that a stereotype of queer people that I'm not aware of? Oh, geez, it's already almost 1 o'clock. I should probably go to bed soon. We'll go for a little bit longer. Just got sniped with that message. That's very funny. Yeah, I have not run into that that stereotype or assumption, but I can kind of see it. Hear bad metaphors about the queer experience mirroring horror movies constantly. Provide profiles that lead with "I love horror movies" are instant. No, gotcha. Yeah, I'm so glad I don't have to do online dating. I feel so like I'm very happy I found my person. Oh, Crunchy, welcome in. Never thought about that as a stereotype. Yeah, neither did I. I think I'm gonna head out soon. Hope you find more tonight. Thank you so much, Luigi. But yeah, I'm getting back to what I was saying before. I'm very glad I didn't have to go through the trials and tribulations of online dating. I married my high school sweetheart, so I found my person early. But yeah, I've talked with my wife about this, and she and I both agree. If either of us had to go back into the dating pool, we would flounder immensely, because neither of us have any experience dating in the real world. You know, we both have plenty of experience, you know, navigating crushes and relationships in high school, and we had the long distance experience. So you know, it's not like we're like completely unexperienced in every facet or anything like that. We've been dating for over 11 years now, but it's just the constant first dates of like online dating and stuff like that. I don't know how I would do with that, and I think that it would probably affect my like self-image and my psyche pretty significantly if I had to go through that. So I give major props to people who are trying to find their person through it, and you know, I hope nothing but the best for everyone in those endeavors. All right, I think we'll do maybe like 3 more loops and then call it. Never intend to do long distance again. Me neither. Yeah, I did long distance for, what was it, 6 years? And it sucked. It definitely sucked at times. Like, obviously, the reason it worked was because we both agreed that being together long distance was much better than being apart. But it really sucked being apart physically. You know, there were... the worst part, I think, was whenever we did see each other, there was a moment where I would have that, like a couple seconds or like a few minutes where it's just like, I forgot that this person is like an actual person and not just an icon on a phone, or a voice on the phone, and like having that like, oh, it's weird to be in the presence of this person, and it's weird that they exist IRL, like in front of me. It's like it almost is like they all become only their voice and their text messages and stuff like that, and I really didn't like that sensation. And you know, I think that the distant, like being able to hang out over the internet is a wonderful thing, and I love that I can keep in touch with people from far away regularly, over the phone, over Discord, over text and group messaging and all that good stuff. It is infinitely better than, you know, not being able to communicate whatsoever. But like whenever I am far away from people that I have known for a long time in my life, oh my goodness, Purple! Let's go! We might have to end it here. Let's go, Purple! Love Purple. But yeah, so we got it's just it sucks because like you have that you get to the point where it's like weird to be
set. Today we're breaking down the best strategies for dating apps. So let's get into it, bro. 1. Stack them. Up. 2. Make them jump through them hoops. 3. Bang immediately.
Perfect. But yeah, it sucks because like you get to a point where you've been interacting online so long that it's weird to be interacting in person, and it really sucks. Like I have that experience
For
whenever
this next round, choose 2 players in chat besides me.
Shevin Udawood. But yeah, it really sucks because like I have this experience with like my friends from like high school and my college friends and stuff like that. Like there's whenever we hang out like weekly at the least, over Discord and chatting in text and stuff like that. So like I keep up very well with them. I know I talk to them regularly, but even then, whenever I see them in person, and it's been a little while, I have like a few moments where it's just like I don't know what to do with myself. There's a tension here because I have not seen this person in person for so long. Even though we've been talking regularly and we're up to date on each other's lives, it's not like there's anything weird there about that. Oh, we got a shiny Starlight. We should probably... There we go. All right, 4 shinies. I think we'll probably call it here, but but yeah, to finish with my thought, it sucks because like there's a tension there of like after a while, you get to the point where it's like there's a tension of like I don't know how to interact with this person in real life anymore, or do I, at the very least, do I still know how to do that? And like after a few minutes, that tension usually will go away, and you get right back into it, assuming that they're you're close with them and stuff like that, and they're a big part of your life. But like I hate that tension, and I experienced it with my high school and college friends. It really sucked experiencing that with my now wife. I hated that. I hate that sensation in general. Absolutely despised it with my significant other. So the fact that I don't have to experience that anymore and that we're now living together is so much better. Plus, I don't have to worry about constantly keeping up with texting because I'm bad at that. But yeah, we are going to end off the stream, I think. We ended up with 4 shinies, which is insane. We just got like got 3 shinies in the last like 10 minutes as I was trying to describe long distance dating. But here we are. We ended up with a Purple, Ponyta, a Bidoof, and a Starly. I'm a great texter, to be honest. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty bad. Well, I'm not like awful, but like I definitely can fall into the trap of, and especially in college when I was still unmedicated and undiagnosed, I definitely would be in the fall into the trap of I'd read a text or read a notification for a text. I would answer it in my head, but not actually send the response, and then just forget about it because I thought I sent a response, and then it'd be hours later, and I would realize I had never responded. I did that constantly. TTS knock off. I think you're on cooldown still. Definitely considering changing to Udawood. Up to you. Anyway, let's go find ourselves a raid target. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me tonight. I hope you had a good time. If you did and you have not yet liked the stream and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so you can catch more of these in the future. Regardless, though, we are going to go pass on the love to someone else doing some streaming. Let's see. So we got... Let's try and find someone new, actually. I rated someone new very recently, and it was really nice to be able to raid someone new. So I'm gonna try and find someone new to raid if I can. Let's see. Legends Arceus. I'm gonna make that live. Whoa! I typed in Legends Arceus stream and then clicked the live thing. I'm the first one that comes up. That's dope. That's really dope. Was not expecting that. And Z-Logic is second. I'm subscribed to them. Maybe not many people are playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. Maybe that's the reason. Alright, let's see. Who can we go and... I guess we could just do Pokemon stream. Live. When you juggle like 10 people, you only have to spend 1/10 of the amount of time on each, but no one here would do that. Let's see. S Gaming, maybe? Looks like they're doing like a joint Twitch one, and Twitch is like their main one. There's not that many people in there. Whatever. Screw it, we're going with Z-Logic. Or, actually, no, Dragon Bias. Doing some shiny hunting in, Sword and Shield. Alright.
On mobile, it didn't also, it wasn't like a worldwide
Hashtag Ectric
setting.
Not my fault, Lady Gaga said I was... Alright, let's go pass on the love to Dragon BS. I hope to see you over there. I hope you have had a fun time. Again, if you have not liked the stream and subscribed to the channel, consider doing so. Regardless, though, I hope to see you over on that raid. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night, and until then, have a good one.
He's horrified. But like, I was looking because